you see what RFK did with the infectious diseases this week? Yes. This is crazy.
This actually, Rachel Maddow actually really stressed me out this week.
Yeah, I threaded out and said, guys, if you go watch Rachel Maddow, but do me a favor, take some codeine before you do it, because it is going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
I do know that he's launching his own little podcast to expose lies that have made Americans sick. This is a guy that does heroin, right? Or did
heroin for 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah. He also had a brainworm.
Yeah.
What else? He also works out in Wranglers, which I just think that's.
He's obviously on some kind
HGH or something.
Yeah, or TRT or something. Yes. His podcast is going to begin a new era of radical transparency in the government.
Yeah, because, these guys are known for that. Let me see. They've got rid of all the IGs. They've got rid of generals.
Yep.
They've got rid of the CDC. There's like nobody at the CDC anymore. They've gotten rid of inspectors at the USDA. They've gotten rid of any kind of like oversight. What I don't get, what's the end game on this? Is he just so dumb he's just grifting all this money? Is he trying to help Putin because Putin has stuff on him? Because at the end of the day, the one thing that we still don't have, and every day it's a felony, is the Epstein files. We still don't have them. I was talking to Ken today earlier and I was going, do you realize what has to be in those files that this man is willing to start a nuclear war? So whatever's in those files, and we have to assume because he's not showing it to us, whatever's in those files would make the American public go to the White House en masse and burn it down to get him. So whatever's in those files is so fucking horrible that this man is willing to burn the world down for it.
Yes. It seems like cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah,
because you're gonna die. Well, I guess not. He has a bunker.
But he's the only. But here's the problem with this guy. Whether it's the FIFA Peace Prize that they made up. It's weird to watch other organizations treat him like a tiny child, handing him a candy bar. That's how the world treats him.
Well, the good news with RFK Jr. is that just this month, a federal judge in Massachusetts ruled his complete replacement of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices unlawful. Also, his vaccine schedule, the same court order paused Kennedy's changes to the U.S. childhood immunization schedule, which he had removed several recommendations for vaccines for children from that. That got blocked. On April 6th, so just this week, HHS published a new ACIP charter that broadens the expertise requirements for the panel members because that judge said that his panel lacked the expertise because they were not doctors or they did not specialize in any.
One guy worked at a GNC. That was the level. One of the guys was sold vitamins at a GNC.
Yes. So point being, he's trying to circumvent that court order and reinstall his. Another guy owned a
juicer. Another guy just owned a juicer. That's all it was. He just had a juicer.
Another guy bought a green pepper.
So he stopped basically testing for any infectious diseases, right? So we stopped basically. So if there's an outbreak, we're not going to know it's coming again.
He made the CDC remove the longstanding claim from its website that vaccines do not cause autism. He instead put new language that said that claim is not evidence-based.
It's actually evidence-based. There's literally, it's like 50 years of studies.
Under him, the CDC initially stopped recommending vaccines for rotavirus, COVID, influenza, and Hep A and B for all children.
I'm going to say this. I think whatever they say don't get it.
He's also cut $500 million in funding for mRNA vaccine research. So any of these crazy things that are coming, I did see there was a flesh-eating thing outbreak. Wait. That sounds
so fun. People don't even understand how the mRNA stuff works.
mRNA.
You basically map the gene and it creates it's not even where we used to shoot a dead version of the virus into you. The mRNA basically gives a map so it fits. mRNA?
You want to say NRA. And that's your problem.
mRNA?
mRNA. Yeah.
mRNA. All right. Because I'm an MR.
Ribonucleic acid.
Right. So ribonucleic acid, mRNA, basically it basically tricks your immune system into acting like it's a real virus, but it's not.
So it creates the word that just left my brain.
Antibodies.
Yep. So
I knew that one.
Yay. He also fired the CDC director.
Great.
Hundreds and hundreds of current and former CDC employees have signed letters accusing him of endangering public health and replacing science with ideology. He's gutted the CDC and the ACIP.
So can we go to conspiracy hour?
Okay.
All right. Conspiracy minute. Christopher Titus. Peter Thiel, look this up. Peter Thiel, Zuckerberg, all these rich guys want to start their own little fiefdoms. They want to start their own companies that don't have to be elected, where they can buy, they're all 100 billionaires. They can buy as much land as they want, and they're going to start their own cities where they run how they want to run them. Basically, going back to a monarchy, basically.
He is a scary looking guy. You were not lying.
No, he looks. Peter Thiel looks like he literally starred in every Star Wars movie when they go to the bad guys.
Yep.
He's a Sith Lord, man. The way his eyes are sunken in is a weird dude. So they want to start. There's a plan they have, and they said they can run it better. I think they also are starting to realize that. Well, when robots, so you got Musk, right? Musk is going to be making, he's actually cut Robarts. He's not making that Model S and the Model X anymore. He's going to use that factory to make Robarts. So he's making Robarts now. What people don't quite get about this, oh, cool, we're all going to get Robarts. No. Mm-hmm. You're losing your job, so you can't afford a Robart. Mm-hmm. So that Robart's going to be working for these companies. And guess what? In one investment, so Robarts are $20,000. So what did you pay a year at your company? 40, 50 grand. So they save 30 grand a year. The Robart's paid off in 6 months. It's doing all the work. But Robarts don't pay taxes. So guess what else happens? We don't have any money to take care of society.
We don't have any money for Trump to steal.
Right. But here's the problem. That's a bigger problem. If you don't have any money to take care of society and society doesn't have jobs anymore, what's the point of society when you have all the workers you need that you can make in the plant? So what would you do? What would you want to do to actually end that problem? You'd cut off all the acknowledgement of diseases. You'd cut off, you would tell people to stop getting vaccines. You would actually tell people to, you'd stop reporting any outbreaks because you don't want to cure it. Robarts are coming. You want to make sure the Robarts get their shot. So it solves 2 or 3 problems that these rich assholes want to solve. Yep. Well, number one, they don't have to. They're not going to have to figure out a way to take care of the population because the population will be dead.
Correct.
They don't have to pay taxes anymore because there's no infrastructure to keep going. They can just buy what they want, do it their way, and then we have a workforce that can be repaired, that doesn't age out. That you don't have to hire another one, that you don't even have to worry if it's stealing. You don't have to worry if it's taking a break. You don't have to worry if it's showing up to the factory and just fucking off. It's a Robart. It's just going to do what you tell it to do, what you program it to do. You don't even have to have job interviews anymore. Do you understand the amount of jobs this Robart thing is going to kill?
Well, yes, now. But who does it? Okay, so I guess that only benefits these billionaires.
Anybody with a factory, yes. Anybody with a factory, anybody with and an AI. We've already lost 80,000 jobs because of AI. And I think one company, Oracle, fired 80,000 people.
So we're already, Rosa, she's very, aggressive.
Yes.
If you don't answer the phone, she will continue to call and text over and over again.
Yeah, not realizing we're doing something.
Yeah, exactly. So we have this extinction level event, which I was just looking up. Peter Thiel has given some off the record lectures, about the Antichrist, which is kind of funny.
He obviously knows him.
Yeah. He's obviously giving him money.
Yep.
He funded J.D. Vance's.
Yep.
It's so weird to me how they're all interconnected.
All of them.
Peter Thiel and Elon did PayPal together.
Right.
Epstein, so now you see Pam Bondi, and Pam Bondi
was connected to Epstein in Florida.
So was Acosta.
So was Alex Acosta.
Bill Barr, his old AG's dad, is the one that gave Epstein a job
teaching physics when he had no fucking degree in physics.
Correct.
Right. It keeps going.
I know, but it's just, and the people that are benefiting are those people, the very wealthy.
Right.
They're not feeding the poor people anymore.
No, cut that off. Stop it.
So benefits for poor people are gone. So poor people are losing their homes. They are.
And the robots are going to continue
going to starve to death. This is all very terrifying.
Yeah, we're living in.
We're doing away with the middle class.
We're living in every fucking James Cameron movie that he ever made.